Hey, what's happening everybody? My name is John Denton. Thank you so much for joining me on the video. And yes, as promised, we're doing the Sun's Tirade, Isaiah Rashad. Had to happen. I absolutely loved Sylvia demo. The album had me crying. That kind of went viral on social media. A little bit embarrassing. Even Isaiah saw it. So I'm not embarrassed because, you know, I wear my heart on my sleeve. I've not actually got long sleeves, but if something hits me like that, it hits me like that. And while it was a little bit weird to cut that up on video, that's where we're at. So yeah, obviously was going to do Sun's Tirade. I'll be happy to get this out before he's hopefully dropping his new record in the coming days or weeks or whenever it's supposed to be. But yeah, very excited to hear this. Everybody in the comments was saying you're going to love it as well. I don't doubt that, but we shall see. Quickly before we start, if you are new, please do subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video. Make sure you turn on notifications, follow me on social media, and also please, if you can, take a little look at the link in the description for the Patreon. I cannot continue. The patrons make reactions possible because obviously the labels take every single penny from the videos, and the support so far has been absolutely crazy. I have to give a shout out to the Patreon producer tier people as well. So that's a shout out to Baden Cottrell, Josh H, Kariti, Shigarula, Nicholas Labadie / Labidi, I don't know how to say it, Ollie, it's Patrick Zelzinis, Ryan Plant, and the always enigmatic Torch Salesman. Thank you so much for the incredible support. Right, guys, I'm going to go straight in now.
April, May, June, July. Yeah, if I can pay my bills, I'm good. I'm coming over. Found a message in my brother. Your son is coming up. By the bill, by ill, by boo. Well, you already saying you ain't nothing but a baby. Your fear is growing up. Listen here.
Dude, just a cadence on this straight away. I just spit. I spit out of my mouth by accident because of the goddamn cadence.
Some dollars for your bills, out. Hey, now I'm the head and I'm the top. I figure when I pay my bills, I'm good. I'm coming over. Found a message in my brother. Your son is coming up. Up in Kansas. Toto to do or do not forget me. I've been wildin' Santa. Poppin' rock 'em. Lord forgive 'em for the talcum powder.
I love this as a track just about growing up, and I mean, not about becoming from a child to a man, but like about taking responsibility. You know, I can certainly relate to that as a father. Definitely changed my whole personality. Obviously, I know since doing the Sylvia demo reaction that Isaiah's had his troubles with alcohol and substances, and now he's a sober guy. So from subject point of view, it's definitely hitting for me, but musically it's just gorgeous.
We're writing tea, so I perform the prophecy, and on the norm, the black will be bill by ill by boo. Well, you already saying you ain't nothing but a baby. Your fear is growing up. Listen.
So Yari being his son, by the beer, by ear, by boo. What Yari saying, you ain't nothing but a baby. Your fear is growing up. So I mean, your fear is like that's about 9 meanings in one. Talking to the baby, talking to himself, the fact that his fear is growing up. I mean, like isolating what his fear actually manifests as.
Meal ticket, comma, still in my liver, real niggas in my condom,
About what you think of me, all my hoes be nines and dimes, all she want is chicken grease, all you know is what your mammy taught you about the surface, get your
meal ticket, comma, still in my liver, real niggas in my condom.
So far this album is just so smooth. The concept of this song again. Isaiah growing up, Isaiah being thankful for his gifts. You have to forgive the rain. It's fucking noisy as shit.
All my hoes be nines and dimes, all she want is chicken grease, all you know is what your mammy taught you about the surface. Get your
meal ticket,
always touch the sky. I don't want spaceships. I miss my road.
I was gonna say, was that Kanye West? Spaceships, roses, and then I realized, oh, he said touch the sky as well. Little Kanye Whiskey.
But thank God I found this road. I love you.
Daddy called me yesterday, and he cried into my phone.
Man, it's got like an old funk sound in the beat. Like old funk, like kind of almost bluesy rock as well to it. Yeah, the whole vibe of this album is different. It's definitely different to Sylvia demo, but I like the energy of it. But right now, lyrically, none of the songs that hit me like some of the songs on Sylvia demo, Heavenly Father being the obvious example. But don't get me wrong, I'm very, 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 very much enjoying it. But I can already tell that this is going to be one that grows on me and grows on me the more I get it, because it's kind of low key. And this one is funky, but it's still kind of low key. I think it's going to be one to unpack over time, and that, as I always say, is the downside of reactions. But at the same time, reactions, you get the visceral first reaction and the epiphanies live, and I do think that's so important, and I'd much rather do it like that. But I think I'm aware that this is going to be a grower of an album already. Ooh. Okay, where are we going now?
It's a better room. Fancy car that keeps me going. Let me back my knee. Joy, I can feel the void. Let tongue feel the void. Too young to ignore. You debating with the Bible. I'm really preaching to the quiet. I brought the music for the vibers though. And then the chalice that keeps me low as your Morales. And he's smoking on the cabbage. Car that keeps me going. I know you hear me talking to you, nigga. I know you can hear me, nigga.
Yeah, this is definitely an album that's going to take some unpacking. Musically, I definitely like that track a lot. But even lyrically, like, there's some great bars in there. For example, music for the vibers, and we don't usually talk about it. It's like you debating with a Bible. I'm really preaching to the choir. And in the chalice, that keeps me low as your Morales, and you're just smoking on the cabbage. I see you fucking with gravity. I've been waiting for a challenge, besides waiting for the balance. And then the scheme, apricot, rap with dot, laugh a lot. And I'm like, these are all good bars. What are they leading towards? Need to unpack it. But so far, listen, is an album to just sit and vibe to? Couldn't fault it at all. Just looking for that track to hit me. I know what's coming next because I have heard this song. I've heard it on stream a couple of times, so I don't want to mislead people about that. But I've never, ever, ever listened to the lyrics, because when I stream and people play music, it basically disappears from my brain. I also can't remember what it sounds like. And there's no chance of ever hearing the lyrics. I'm talking, there's things coming in the chat. But people who've been hanging on the Monday night streams know that I have heard this track. I'm excited to hear it again and hear it properly, because it is going to be very different.
But my head and fell off top and run on sins and friend on friend. If we don't win and pay your tax and man your fins, and we alright and KO Kins and the nigga with your nigga. Get specific. Big ass pot, wrist is missing. Yo, listen shit and yo, if it isn't, this cost some titties.
It's kind of manic. It's kind of manic, which is really contrasts with the slow, smooth vibe of the instrumental. Cut my hair and bumped my head and fell on top of run on sins in front of friends. So it's almost stream of consciousness being pulled out from everywhere. Way too much coke, and they're just like, they got the crazy energy. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Right, Catch That Vibe at Night and Bobby Whitney. Get Too Tired to Write and Die in Prison. I mean, that's coming up. That's the vibe I get from this.
I need smoke just to how many souls do you touch a day? How many hoes do you fuck a day? How many flow do you thought convey? How many know you can't walk away? Depending on the way I feel, I might kill everybody around me. Might heal everybody around me. How the wind blow, open your window. Let the debris in, never let me in. I kick back with kick though.
Levels. I said in the Sylvia demo, I think I prefer Zay to Kendrick, just from a personal point of view. But this is definitely the best lyricism on the album so far. How many souls do you touch a day? How many phones do you fuck a day? How many flows do your thought convey? Might heal everybody around me. How the wind blow. Open your window. Let the debris and never let me in. I'd imagine if I really I'm getting this as him just talking to Isaiah and like, you know, sort yourself out, but we're fucking here for you. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting off it. But at the same time, I can imagine I could unpack every single line in this. When he's like this, he's untouchable.
Yeah, that be real. Pay me if I'ma be running these, I'm a them. Crazy, my other show went to my mama them. My daddy said a Mercedes and haunted him. But now they done got son. Do you believe that black man is our son? I made enough residuals to hide son. 29. Any nigga that disagree is a fucking lie. Part of me see my alter ego with Gemini. Him and I've been around ever since Reagan would criticize.
Any that disagree is a fucking lie. Part of me, I see my alter ego as Gemini. Come on.
The bricks, the books, to fix the blocks we own, to right my wrong, the word to give, the life I live as I get. So ahead of myself. Feel like I'm running in circles. Oh, and I'm just holding on to my breath.
Your mama can't hang up when you bring up. I'm a dog, but I'm gon' call again. Freak me out, keep me out. Why they always leave me out? Niggas that been hating just can't wait to have my CD now.
That kind of drunk, maybe Xanaxy, maybe a combination of the two flow there. And then, yeah, this song is a fucking amazing track. It really is an amazing track. Just listening to it and now knowing what it's about. And now, as like, okay, so we're 5 tracks into what, a 17 track album, so we've got a lot to go. But this feels like linchpin, like the linchpin of the whole album. This is the concept of the album. This is where he's at in his life. This is what he's been dealing with. And, you know, he needs some fucking help. The man needs some help. Why am I in a different t-shirt? Why is the lighting changed? I'm just going to be real with you, okay? Honesty is always the best policy. Yesterday, I fucked my back real bad. I do have back problems coming from sports and stuff like that. Real bad, hurt my back. And so I'm listening to the Isaiah Rashad album. I'm listening to this album in agony, to be honest. I'm still in a lot of pain today, but it's not quite as bad. Also, yesterday, when I was trying to record, it was raining so badly that not only was it affecting the sound of my recording, it was actually difficult to hear the album. So I decided to make a call. I was like, do you know what? I'm not doing this album justice in these circumstances. Let's stop. Let's come back to it from where I was tomorrow. Hopefully it won't be as rainy. Right now it's not. Fingers crossed. Hopefully I won't be in as much pain. I'm not. I could have worn the same shirt and pretended it was all the same, but it's not. So that's kind of where I was at. That's kind of where I'm at, but I feel a lot more ready to go into the rest of the album now.
Rock, you can depend on the stock. Watch, bitch, I got 10 in the pot. Pop, all of my limits could die. All of y'all niggas, all of my limits could die. Look at you timid as fucking shit. They got me so high that I look like I'm passive. Bitch, don't you know who?
Right, I'm so glad I made this decision because yesterday I was listening to this, I wasn't really feeling it, I was kind of lost, so I've gone and re-listened to it today. I stopped it about this point last time. Again, just being honest with you guys, and I'm feeling it a lot more. He almost has that exasperated Kendrick cadence on this one, and then again, like, I'm just getting this contrast between the man that wants success, the man that's had a lot of difficulties in the last few years, the man that has felt success, and he's kind of going in elements from the past, how he wanted to be in the past, but elements of how he is right now as well.
More precise as we blend it. I'm just a bandit. Plus I might sharp as a tackle or a guillotine right at your family. Keep it so candy. I look more Cuban than Merrick, the metal, the tuba, the handle. Nigga, I'm swagging. Bitch, I might shoot at your camera. Bitch, I might shoot at your camera.
Okay, so we had the 3500 reference and the Piss on Your Grave reference. I thought 3500 might be coincidental, but there's 2 rodeo references in there. Not sure why, but I'm always up for a Travis reference. This song sounds really good. It's hard. I need to unpack these songs.
Really like people. How you tell the truth to a crowd of white people? Made it. Motivational speaker. Bumping. Most times.
It's an interesting line. How do you tell the truth to a crowd of white people, assuming that he's meaning that in order to really get successful in the Western world, in America or even over here, eventually your fan base is going to have a lot of white people in it just purely by sheer numbers, right? And so how do you tell the truth about Isaiah, a man that's so honest and open? I say honest and open, but he's also reserved as well. It's like it takes him a lot to be open, I think, and I definitely relate to that a lot. And I think that there you go. How do you tell the truth to a crowd of white people? He's just, I mean, he is so much more relatable, and people are so much more relatable than their skin color or their race. And I couldn't possibly pretend to understand the thought processes of a black person in America or indeed anywhere. How could I? There's all sorts of things in history which I could never possibly relate to, but you know, I've got a good compassion and empathy. But I also believe that there's so much relatability in people's struggles that are actually irrespective of race, and even know that some of those situations may have come up because of past trauma that perhaps a white person can't understand. I think there's plenty of people that can have enough compassion and empathy that they can still find it relatable, if that makes any sense. That would be my counterpoint to that, but I can understand that as a concern in this kind of introspective verse here. It's something that I think about a lot, in truth.
Day, I might just pull my train, yeah. Cause sometimes it be talking to a nigga. Educated, we was like Lithuanian, elevated thinking, pump, digging. Stunting was a habit, trapping was a habit.
It's like a drunken stream of consciousness. Again, like, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but I'm finding this album much harder to unpack than Sylvia Demo lyrically. It's not a very upfront album lyrically. There's a lot of metaphor in there. I don't mean double entendre, I mean true metaphor that you really have to try and unpack, and maybe more reminiscent of lyrics in quite a lot of rock songs and folk songs, perhaps even, that they're more up to your interpretation, and they're more just kind of poetic and imagery rather than double entendre mean different things or slick wordplay.
It's for the haves and the have wanna give a fucks. Hey, I ride around in your car, I put my weed in your blunt. I am the sky to your star, I am the end of your month. You give me all that you got, you make it stretch and flip. I fell in love with your thoughts, I learned this morning your hair rolling nothing. I say you know I'll be back, you try.
Here we go, my goodness. Absolutely gorgeous beat and instrumentation. Beautiful lyrics. I know I'm caught in my vibe, but I still give you my rib. And there we go, just elevating the entire concept of the song beyond your typical sort of love song, or Pulled a Thorn from My Side as well. I mean, yeah, getting the biblical references in there, just elevating the whole thing, giving it more poetry, more spirituality, more substance.
Got my weed habit, so close to snorting powder. Got a few rice butters on that $1. I'm just one dirty motherfucker. I hurt myself way more than you. It's too much out here for the cup. I put that codeine in my syrup. I said, look what I got, bitches, titty and dollar. Tell them back and just check out the power. Sweet line I used to walk, we used to want, we wanna be. Just cover for you, cover for you.
I be on my own shit. What's the motion? Condoms, weed, and lotion. Wavy like the ocean. Slide through the hood. I know it's all good. I ain't finna set, but I still got soldiers.
I don't know Hugh Augustine. I don't know him. Kind of similar flow to J. Cole there, actually. Slow, laid back flow, and then double timing it straight after that. It doesn't sound like him in the cadence, but these types of beats are they're kind of like vibey, old fashioned with the slightly jazzy edge, but also the kind of sort of loungy edge. I like it a lot.
I know that bitches gon' be bitches, but I love them hoes. Just cover for you, come, just cover for you.
No, I always ain't fuck with your boy, now they wanna say hi when I go by. Game sicker than Ebola, bitch know when to roll up, when to load my 4-5. Sheesh, fine lines I cross between pimp shit and try to enjoy this life.
Say it every time, most underrated rapper in the world. I know everyone rates him. I know there's nobody who doesn't think he's excellent. But he's never, ever, ever spoken about in the highest echelons. I never hear him talked about in people's like modern day top fives or anything like that. I've never, ever, ever heard him spit a single word that wasn't high quality. I'm sure you guys can tell me songs that aren't that good, but I ain't heard them. I ain't heard features like that. I'm not getting the same level of substance in this album as I was in Sylvia Demo. It's not hitting me quite the same emotionally, but I am getting the kind of fractured image of a man in a real... State's the wrong word, because I feel like by the time this has come out, he may have come out the worst of it. I hope he has, and I hope he's doing well now, of course. But you can feel like it is all over the place, and it is, and those thoughts are being like accentuated and exacerbated by those little snippets from Day 3, basically saying exactly what I'm saying now. So I probably just stole the idea, but it's like, in terms of a through line, you're up, you're down, this topic. He is totally right. So I am kind of feeling that. That's just why it's hard to kind of lose yourself in a vibe. Whereas Sylvia Demo, once it got into its lane a few tracks in, just kind of, you just saw through it, and it's so beautiful.
Give me a day where I can play and I can pamper my wrist. Chrome inside Pampers and shit. Grown and defenseless, loan for my sister. Songs that'll get you home, my nigga. I got a blunt inside my granny whip, like my granny did when she was dealing with them damages. Yeah, turkey bacon cabbages. Ooh, what happened on a Saturday? We acting like we living right. Big pimpin'. These broads see stars, my nigga. You wanna see the tower? I wanna meet the quota. You look like everybody. And if my anybody focus,
You look like anybody, and if my henny body focus. Oh, and he goes out, I'm baptized in that chastised 100 proof dummy soup.
Baptized in that chastised 100 proof dummy soup. Junkie in my attic, everybody home. Stuck in the mud, hoes, dreamers stuck in the mud. Look at what that Reaper got you stuck in the mud. Range, beamers stuck in the mud.
Okay. This is making the whole album make more sense now, just in terms of pure subject matter, because, okay, yeah, it's stuck in the mud, literally. You know, can talk about it, whether it's his past, or whether he is right now. It's like, yeah, he may have got over some of this stuff, and he's talking about the very recent past, about where he's been with substance abuse. Doesn't mean he's fully through to the other side yet, and yet he's got this pressure to release this body of work, you know, nearly got dropped from his label, etc. So it's starting to make more sense, and I think this is acting as a good centerpiece to the album. Also sounds very good.
So, Baba Zany, make your problems go away, yeah. I can handle, make your problem go away, yeah. Magic, Papa Zany, make your problems go away. Yeah, but I can't decide, I ain't ducking no more. This is after I had an emotional dip. I was going too hard, I was texting me shit. Take a line, baby, spill your mind, baby. Yeah, just pop a zany, make your problems go away. Yeah, and I can handle, make the battle go away. I'm on the fucking mind.
This is Musicality. That song was fantastic. Obviously, the self-reflectiveness, talking about where he's at in the first part of the song, and then just into the slowed down, almost depraved Zen plus whatever else trip the second half. And there's me searching for meaning in the lyrics, when quite often perhaps there isn't actual meaning, because it's sort of just speaking rubbish, with the odd bit of the odd glimpse of wisdom in there, the odd glimpse of truth in there. I think as a kind of piece, as a centerpiece to the album, that works extremely well. Now, am I going to put it on the same level as a Heavenly Father or a Soliloquy or songs like that from Sylvia Demo? No, because there weren't any lyrics that really punched a hole through my heart. But at the same time, I appreciate how they managed to create that ambience through Musicality. And again, all the instrumentation on this album does sound fantastic.
Oh, boy, you lame as a bitch. Party in the back and a Porsche in the front. I got some titties in my face, got some core in the mud. Since a youngin', I've been addicted to them hoes. But I never been the type to give them gold. Yeah, give me half, let me chill. They for show, I'm for real. I want a Cadillac, I want a bitch too. I want an ass for my friends too. I want a big ass house, I want a small one, so I can.
Okay, it's kind of like pulling me into his trance. Actually, does actually sound quite good again. I actually like it. Yeah, I actually fucked with that in the end, because the beat was really weird and there was so much going on in the beat that it actually made it interesting. And then the hook again was really good. There's really good hooks on this record. I think, honestly, as I was thinking, I was like, maybe this is going to be one of those ones that really starts to speak to me 4th listen, 5th listen, 6th listen through. is what it is. It's definitely not as immediate as Sylvia demo, but some records aren't. Like some of my favourite records of all time, White Pony by Deftones. First time I heard it, I was like, man, I don't really get it. There's not that many riffs. There's nothing that's really pulling you in. There's not that many hooks on it. Now, also one of my all-time favourite records. So.
I'm like Brandy with the whip. I'm not Oprah with these hoes, and I keep a Snoopy bar because it keep me on my toes. Back, you don't live with me. I can show you how to live, but I promise I can show a pussy nigga how to act. Jumped out smoking from the side door. With a bitch, I want my mama and some starter on my motherfucking birthday. Baby, can I live it like a body? Let my mama smoke it till she finish. Let a nigga sip it all alone, babe. It done been a long day, it done been a hard 10:30. All my niggas tell me that they want it. Hope I see my niggas at the finish. Let a nigga sip it all alone, babe. It done been a long day, it done been a hard 10:30. If I live like baby, don't drink like baby, don't think too much, don't drive. I got here, I can't even tell my nigga in a damn thing parked outside. Size my cup, nigga, I'm Gucci. Size my hair, nigga, I'm Gucci.
I tell you what, this album is actually doing a fantastic job of, with Musicality, capturing the snapshots of where Azael was in terms of alcoholism, in terms of substance abuse, in terms of mental health, in terms of the stuff that he was going through. And while the lyrics aren't exactly as upfront or exactly as insightful as you might expect, and I think I was expecting, especially after Sylvia demo, if you actually take a step back and just listen to it musically, like, I mean, this really does paint a strong picture.
The speed, and I won't let you go. No way, you're everything I love. Ain't this special like just because. Backpack full of that rich and long. Boarding pass, past my trouble.
Like that lyric, backpack full of that wrist and lung. So it's saying he's literally got backpack full of, I don't know, wrist meant crack, but that makes sense. I assume lung meant weed, but also he's a backpack style rapper, right? Conscious rapper, thoughtful rapper.
And weed, and I could.
Hell is that instrument in the beat? It's like, it's almost like a pitched up siren or a weird distorted church organ or something. I can't pick what it is. It sounds fucking odd.
Testify, 'cause who's ashamed? Oh, praying God, pay my cable, splurging out. One more favor, I had a nice time. I control the speed, and I won't let you go. My shit go good with your mouth. Don't it feel good? There's a number 3, buckle up. Gather the scene, it was bona fide pocketbook. Hey, could you hide all my secrets from that bitch? Baby, today, I guess we had it again. I guess just to find something. At least.
This album really is all over the place. It is all over the place, but this is a banger.
For you waiting in my Cadillac, 'cause you describe all the symptoms of a common fiend. You say you ran to the fire and we stood with the preacher and
Oh,
I guess we had it again.
drums.
So let me
Put cigarettes to my last name. I clock in for the check, but I don't wanna go. She said, you can't save them all. She said,
for the energy, for the Tennessee. Fam called work, all work just to visit me. I bought an ounce just to fuck with you. That day, who dropped you at that bitch house? Like back when we was little. They said, you can save them all. Nigga do it 10-25 plus your weed habit plus my weed habit and your weed habit for free giving weed living with a weed daddy 2 kids mix that boosie with that boom bap for a lunch break for my son's sake on the run for the fun sake. I clock in for the check but I don't wanna go.
Again, another song to unpack. I see the name Brenda. At first, I think, okay, it's going to be Brenda from Brenda's Got a Baby. But obviously, he's about Brenda, his grandmother, who sadly passed before Sylvia demo came out. But, I mean, if you really go into the lyrics, there's not that much I can pick up about his grandmother. So, yeah, one is just, I know that this is an album I got to listen to multiple times and get more and more out of it that time. And there also is a fractured nature to it. Like, he does jump between subject matters even in the same verses quite a lot, and it's hard to keep up. And I don't think, honestly, I'll end up liking it as much as Sylvia Demo, having listened to that now multiple times, and obviously it hitting me so much first time. But also, I will listen to this multiple times too. I'd be surprised if it catches up to that, to be honest. But it may. Different songs may hit it differently on multiple listens. But it is a very difficult album to keep up with, just in terms of subject matter, because it seems to change even in song.
I know the world can't wait.
We don't usually take that long. The gallon on me, yeah. TV shows. We ain't that far from home. I used to coulda, woulda, shoulda. If I wanted, you'll be waiting till the morning for real. Commission tell me I'm a lightweight. Sun love low tide, you love low blows. Yet if I could find you, I just like a freak hoe for the nostalgia. No, my heart can't break no more. I can't even feel the paper, cause let me see my son and let me ball, yeah. Measure twice, cut once, fucked up on that other night. And the kids got me high enough to touch the rim. Favorite type. You my favorite topic. Yeah. Money, fucking love it. You my favorite topic. You, money, fucking love it. Yeah. You my favorite topic. Money, fucking love it. Yeah. You my favorite topic. Yeah. Money, fucking love it. Yeah.
Topic, you my favorite. You my just a padded room.
All right. I definitely on first listen didn't enjoy that as much as Sylvia Demo. Nothing struck me in the same way. I was impressed by the way that the instrumentation throughout carried the mood, but at the same time, a lot of the tracks felt like Isaiah was struggling to get on point and then falling off point, like people do when they've had too much. Now, whether that's deliberate and skillful or whether he was literally on too much when he was writing, I don't know, probably a combination of both. But I definitely prefer the clearer-headed Isaiah to that kind of drugged-out vibe. Now, that being said, there were still a lot of excellent songs, and I enjoyed the vibe and the mood of it. Let's just check. I mean, For the Squad, Rose Gold, What's Wrong, obviously. I actually ended up liking that track a lot. And Silk the Shocker, that was a real standout as well. But I think that the real takeaway I'm going to get from this is the two centerpiece tracks. And that being Stuck in the Mud and What's Wrong. What's Wrong is obviously a gorgeous track, but when Kendrick comes on, that's easily the standout moment of the album, and it doesn't even come close, because he is so clear and so skillful and eloquent with his verse, but it does feel like he's talking directly to Isaiah and just being like, come on, man, like, this is not on your level, let's fucking go. And now, you know, that is on the album, so it's part of the album, it's part of his song, so you can't really necessarily detach it from that, and it makes the song, and it makes one of the strongest songs on the album. And don't get me wrong, I still liked a lot of this, but that, combined with the reality of Stuck in the Mud, where he's talking honestly and openly in the first part, and then it's just fucked up in the second part, really kind of summed up to me what was going on in 2016 in Isaiah Rashad's life. And honestly, as such a fan of that first record, and it really struck so specially for me, I am hoping that he is feeling a lot better, he is in a lot better place than he was around the time of this, and that his new music, whenever it may come, maybe it's next week, maybe it's in the next few months, who knows, can recapture and reconnect with the energy of that Sylvia Demo mixtape / album, because I prefer him when, I mean, it's the fucking subject matter of this album, but I do prefer him when he's sticking to a topic. Of course, people should be able to take tangents and move off and find different things. Hey, that's what I do. That's why these reactions are done live rather than sat down and deconstructed and written out, because I love having those epiphanies live on camera. But at the same time, I walk away from listening to that for the first time without much of an emotional connection to it. Whereas, I mean, as we know, if you watch the Sylvia demo video, I mean, Jesus Christ, that's one of the most emotional I could have ever possibly been on camera. So I am going to listen to it again. I've got a walk to do now in a minute, so I'm actually going to put it right on again. And I'm sure some of these tracks will connect a little bit more. But yeah, I have to say that it definitely didn't hit me in the same way that Sylvia demo did. Let me know your thoughts. I really want to know your thoughts below. Where you think this lies, if there's something that I've missed, how it's potentially going to hit me in a few listens, all of that sort of stuff. And I know you guys are talking to each other and upvoting, all that sort of stuff. That is actually what it's all about. That's so much a part of this channel. And also, I cannot continue to do reactions as much as I love them, and I think they're fucking amazing and the best thing to happen in music media in 2 decades, if not longer. Without support from incredible patrons. The support's been crazy so far. The Patreon's only been up a few weeks as the time of recording. There's a link down in the description. Even just clicking it would mean the world. And you can see there's block reactions on there. There's some Patreon exclusive stuff on there as well that's coming in. You can see that. Plus behind the scenes stuff, polls, all sorts of stuff on there. So any support on there is just, it means the fucking world. It means I can keep doing this. And that's it. Please do subscribe if you're new. Please do follow me on social media. Come and have a chat on there. Make sure you like the video. Or I don't like it. You might not like it because I didn't necessarily love the album as much. But please also take away finally before I end it. I am still in a positive mindset by Isaiah Rashad. I'm still in a positive mindset about this album. There are still plenty of songs which are excellent, and I do want to give it more time. I am fully aware of the downside and limitations, let's say, of the first reaction format, as much as I love it. So let's chat on stream in a few weeks when I've heard it more. Make sure you check out those Monday night streams as well. Right, that's about it. I'm so glad I split up the reaction too, where I can actually record that pouring down in rain. I'm not in quite as much pain, although I have to stand up in a minute. Guys, I'll stop talking now. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.